Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be doing a preview for the fixture Swansea City versus Bristol City in the Sky Bet Championship.
So now moving on to the main part of the video, starting off with my thoughts going into the game. So it will be a tough game as it always is against Bristol City. Haven't beaten them since we've been relegated. I think we drew twice and lost one in the last 3 times we played them. Obviously last time they came to the Liberty they won 1-0 from an Andreas Freyman goal. But we are still in the playoff race. It's not in our hands. If Cardiff can lose to Middlesbrough and we win both of our games, we will get playoffs on goal difference. But it's going to be tough. We'll know tomorrow whether it's in our hands or not, because if Cardiff don't lose to Middlesbrough, I can't see Hull picking up anything against Cardiff, so it pretty much will be confirmed tomorrow. But if we lose, obviously, and Cardiff win, then we're guaranteed that we're not in the race anymore. But I think it was unfortunate we didn't get the 3 points at Forest. Our draw was a fair reflection, but obviously going up twice, you should be expected to get the 3 points. But it is what it is. And anyway, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very tight game. Obviously, we've been very, very inconsistent this season with results. We just can't really grind them out and get wins. Bristol City are a very, very good team. We don't normally get a good result against them when we do play them. They're kind of like our bogey side in a way. We just can't get like a win or at least a draw in it. We do sometimes get a draw, but it's just kind of unlikely. Obviously we played Forest in our last game and drew 2 in that, which is quite frustrating. But obviously we're looking towards the playoffs now, trying to get that spot, which is looking very unlikely now because we needed the win against Forest. But for Bristol, it's going to be a tough game. In all honesty, I can't see us getting the win, but I'd like to see us at least get something out of it, just so we can just so we know that we could be grateful for what they've done and what they did. And yeah, it's going to be a very, very tight game, I think.
Yeah, so now moving on to the key players. So starting off for Swansea, what Bristol fans need to look out for. So obviously, as most of you will know about Andreas and Ryan Brewster, both goal scorer machines, I believe. Brewster's on 9 goals this season, and I believe Ayew was on 17 goals and 6 assists. So that's 25 goals between them combined this season. So definitely to look out for them. But would you highlight anyone for Bristol fans to look out for from the Swans?
I think I'd also add our skipper Matt Grimes. I think he's really good in the middle of the park. Really, really creative. Can put a tackle in if he needs to, and I think he's a really, really decent player that we need to keep hold of.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. And now on to Bristol City players. So I've actually highlighted 3. I've gone with Callum O'Dowda. I think he's a really good winger. I've also gone with Naki Wells as well. He's been a really good goal scorer since he joined from QPR. And then the best of them that I've gone with would have to be Nicholas Eliasson. He's been terrific this season. One of the best players in the Championship this season he's been, in my opinion. And he's definitely a threat to look out for. But would you add anyone else?
I don't know if you've already said him, but I'd say Andreas Freyman. I think he's a really good forward, quite clinical, and he's just someone we need to try and look out for, and someone who we have to try and we need to try and just get the ball off him as much as we can, try not to let him get enough shots away, and yeah, we need to try and deal with him.
Yeah, and obviously they got Ashley Williams as well, the next one. He's also been doing terrifically well this season, so he's another one to look out for. But yeah, it's not going to be easy. But now moving on to the lineup. So for me, obviously in goals I'm going to have to go with Owen Mulder. It's a shame about Freddie Woodman, but hopefully he'll be with us next season. I do have faith. Right wing back Connor Roberts, left wing back Jake Bidwell, and then 3 at centre backs is going to have to be Mark Gihai, Mike van der Hoorn, and Ben Cabango, as obviously Kyle Norton has been suspended, which is quite annoying because he doesn't leave us with a backup on the bench unless we bring in Brandon Cooper. But anyway, going on to midfield, skipper Matt Grimes and Jay Fulton, and the cam spot I would go with Ian Dander because I think he deserves a chance, and Gallagher has not been playing. We haven't seen the best of Gallagher recently, and I do think he needs to be dropped and Dander needs to come in, and then obviously up front the usual 2 trying to get the goals, Andre Ayew and Ryan Brewster. But what's your
yeah, in goal I'd also go for Owen Mulder. Yeah, the 5 at the back, I would also go for Roberts, right wing back, left wing back Jake Bidwell, 3 centre backs, so that's to be Mark Gihai, Mike van der Hoorn, and then Cabango. And then in midfield, I think I know Fulton's a great player and he has been good this season, but I'm actually going to put in Byers there because he just hasn't had that much game time. And I feel like, yeah, and obviously Grimes has to play next to him as he's our skipper. And in attack and midfield, in all honesty, I think I would put Selena there because I thought against Forest he was decent. He was trying to be creative. He was trying to make things happen. And yeah, as you said, Conor Gallagher just weren't good enough. I think that's probably, in my opinion, probably his worst game he had for Forest, in my opinion.
Definitely.
And yeah, obviously the usual up front, Ayew and Brewster, they can get goals, which is what we need to win games. So yeah, that's my team.
Yeah. And lastly, on to predictions before we end the video. So, as I've said, it will be a tough game, but we do need the 3 points if we're in with any hope. And I'm gonna say 2-1 Swans. I'm gonna say goal for Bristol City. I'm gonna go with Nicholas Eliasson, and for the Swans, I'm gonna go with Andre Ayew and George Byers off the bench. But what's your prediction?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Unfortunately, I can't think positive about it. I want to think positive, but I just can't see us winning. I have to go for a 1-1 draw. I think Ayew will score for us, and I think Andreas Freyman will score for them.
Yeah, so obviously that's been it for this match preview. We'll be back for the live stream tomorrow, 3 o'clock kick-off. It's our first 3 o'clock kick-off since the restart, so it's going to be a bit later than usual, but we will be doing a live stream for that. And if you're new, please subscribe, because we're within 10 subs of 600, so we're hoping to get there by the end of the season, which is a week's time. But anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the live stream.
Yeah, cheers.